Hello there, I'm Jimmy Vegas, and I truly believe that Fallout 5 will be the final game from Todd Howard. If you don't know who Todd Howard is, he is the brains behind majority of Bethesda games that have come out in the last roughly 30 years. If you take the recent Fallout games, Elder Scrolls, Starfield, Todd Howard has been the brains behind it all. He is the creator of all of this. He leads these projects, he is in charge of all these projects, but he's getting on a bit. If you look at somebody like Shigeru Miyamoto, he's in his 70s now, and he has been with Nintendo a lot longer than Todd Howard has been alive, if I'm honest, I think. I might be wrong on that one, someone fact check. Anyway, Miyamoto will more than likely make games until he passes away, and let's face it, he's still probably got another 20 years left in him, at least. Todd Howard has spoken about basically retiring at some point, and considering how long it takes for Bethesda to even make games these days, it's only natural to think that we won't get Fallout 5 until the 2030s at this point. By then, Todd he'll be probably in his 60s by the time Fallout 5 comes out. There is no chance that Elder Scrolls 7 or Fallout 6 or Starfield 2 will even be anywhere near close to being done by the time Fallout 5 comes out. If you look at the time distance between, let's say, Skyrim and Elder Scrolls 6, we are looking at least 14 years. So if you assume that 14 years after we have had Fallout 4, or tell you what, let's take Fallout 76 because we did have that, let's be fair, and we have also had Starfield, we are looking at 2033 before we get Fallout 5. So there is no way that I can see Todd Howard continuing on after Fallout 5. But where does that leave the series? Is it going to stop? Are we going to get no more Elder Scrolls after 6? Are we going to get no more Fallout after 5? Are we never going to get Starfield 2? Yeah, we will get those. I guarantee we will one day. But that's the key. One day. If we look at Starfield, when are we going to get Starfield? Mid-2030s? When would we get Elder Scrolls 7? Realistically, 2040. Where are you going to be in 2040? I'm not sure where I'm going to be. I'll be in my 50s by then. And if I'm in my 50s and playing the Elder Scrolls 7, hey, well, do you know what? Wow, good on me. I'll be surprised I've lived that long. I live a very unhealthy life. Anyway, like I say, Todd Howard has spoken about retirement. If you look at other key members of the Bethesda team, not necessarily the developers, you look at Pete Hines. He's now stepped away. He's decided that, he's been there long enough. He's done enough. He's done his bit. It's time to move on to either the next chapter or retirement. Everybody has to stop doing whatever they do one day. I have to stop doing YouTube videos one day. I have to stop working one day. You'll have to stop playing games one day. Why? Because we all pass away one day. And it's sad to think about that some of the greatest minds in gaming will one day stop and they won't be there. Could you imagine Nintendo without Shigeru Miyamoto? I can't. I genuinely can't. He has created some of the finest games in existence. He has created some of the highest rated games in existence. Yes, I know Skyrim is not the greatest game ever. Yes, I know Fallout 4 is not the greatest game ever. Yes, I know Starfield is just not as good as it could have been. Yes, Fallout 76 was a disaster. But you know what? They are iconic in the history of games. And the man that creates them will one day not be able to create them. Are there going to be people that can create games just like him? Yes, of course. There's no doubt in my mind that Todd Howard will have trained, or he'll have a protege or whatever. He'll have taught people exactly how he does things, and they'll create things exactly how he would have done. You could think of them as mimicking what Todd Howard has created. So when we get to Fallout 6, it's going to be the same Fallout experience we've always had, but Todd Howard is not behind it. And if we get to Fallout 7, well, that's going to be for real, because we'll be close to 2077 anyway at that point. So maybe Fallout 7 is for real, who knows. But either way, it is only natural for these developers, these creators, to step aside and retire. It will be a sad day. I will be a bit sad when Todd Howard finally hangs his coat up and walks out of that Bethesda office for the final time, because nothing will ever be the same. Yes, sure, like I said, you can mimic. You will have people that do his job and they will do things, when he's gone. But they'll never be Todd Howard, will they? Never. Never. You can mimic, but you can never be exactly right. Look at voice actors. Look at impressionists. They can mimic. but they can never get it just right, can they? Never. Anyway, what do you really think about Bethesda as a company? What do you think about Todd Howard? Is his legacy going to be left on Fallout 5? If it is, it's going to have to be a hell of a game. But let me know what you think about it all in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.